Hello, right here in another segment of Las Aventuras de Araceli. And right now I have with me two.
Hi everyone, my name is Nicole Williams and I am the owner of Incredibly Sweet.
Okay, I met Nicole about a year ago. We were in a forum of the Create campaign.
Yes.
And her personality just drove me.
Thank you.
For real, you were so nice and so open, and I really, like those kind of personality. And right now, we are so interested in knowing about your journey as an entrepreneur.
Sure, I'll be glad to help explain.
Yes. What are you doing as an entrepreneur?
Right now, as an entrepreneur, I have a bakery that I own called Incredibly Sweet, specializing in chocolate covered strawberries. It's the experience of incredible, edible, gourmet sweet treats.
And how did you start doing that?
I started about 8 years ago. I have a home-based business still. I am venturing out to get my own truck and my own bakery one day. That is my passion to do that. I started because I was a stay-at-home mom, and I had 4 small children, and I knew that I didn't want to be a stay-at-home mom forever, and so I needed to do something to make myself happier, and I knew that I liked all things cute and all things that tasted good and sweet, and so that's how Incredibly Sweet was born.
Oh. And how difficult was it to bring it to life? Because, sometimes we have an idea, but a lot of times we have fears that stop us to do it.
Yes.
How did you jump from the idea to go to the action to create it?
So the idea came from having alone time, and my alone time would be in the grocery store. So when I would go to the grocery store, I saw fruits and I saw things that make them sweet, and like the chocolates. And so that's how I started. I started with just practicing making a dessert for the children. The difficult part of it was for me to be able to do that and take care of them at the same time. And plus, because it's sweets, I didn't always want to offer that to them as a healthy alternative. So that's the part that became difficult when I had to balance my time between raising my children and doing things that I really love to do.
And how did you find the way to build it?
The way I found to build it at first was for me to bake early in the morning when they were asleep and late at night when they were sleeping. And so I also found ways to incorporate them, like they would help me with my packaging, they would help me on my delivery. So I wanted to include them on being an entrepreneur and including them by making them feel that they had a job to do as well. So it wouldn't be so much work on me, and then they can join in on the fun.
That is a great idea.
Thank you.
Yeah, that is, the best thing to start teaching them by example
early,
that they can be an entrepreneur too.
Yes, definitely.
In that time, how did you picture the name of your business?
So the name of my business is derived from all of our names. All of my children, my brother, my sisters, our names start with the letter N. And so the way that you spell it, so I took the I out, which was really ironic by taking the I out, because it's not just about me, and incorporating the letter N and Incredibly Sweet. So I didn't want to just make it just Incredibly Sweets with a whole bunch of names. I wanted to make it Incredibly Sweet because I knew that eventually I would expand to different things. I didn't want to just bake one thing. I wanted to bake many things, and that's exactly what I'm doing today. I'm baking many things, but trying to narrow it all down. It's so hard to do that.
Yes.
It's so hard to narrow everything down when you want to do everything. but you will slowly find that you need to just hone in on to one thing or a few things.
Yes.
Yes.
And which of all of these treats is your favorite?
My favorite, I personally, I don't have any favorites because I let my fans choose my favorites. So right now, one of my fan favorites is my lemony lemon bundt cake.
No.
And then the other fan favorite is I have a line of gourmet caramel popcorn, and a fan favorite of that is my gourmet strawberry deluxe caramel popcorn. They love it.
That is really good that you have the feedback from your clients and that make you special.
Right, exactly. So it's not always like about what I like. I have to adhere to what my clients like and what their favorite thing is. So although I may like something different, what they like is more important to me.
Oh, that's really great.
Thank you.
And you know, from the part that you say about your family, and that you say that you know that you balance your family life and you put it together and all that. What is what is the thing about your business that challenge you the most?
Oh my goodness, there are a lot of challenges. But I think right now, the biggest challenge would be choosing a team. That's a big challenge for me because for me, Incredibly Sweet is my baby. And I really feel like Incredibly Sweet saved my life. And so when you have things in your life that really push you to the next level, you want to keep them near and dear to your heart. But I feel that Incredibly Sweet has expanded in so many different ways that I cannot just do them all on my own. And so I'm going to have to give a little bit, like I'm going to have to give a little trust away to choose a really dynamic team that can help push Incredibly Sweet to the next level.
Yeah, that is really important. And now we are talking about that growing.
Exactly.
And that is a really big challenge because you have to trust another people.
Yes. To take care of your baby.
Take care of your baby and grow it in the same way that you have been growing it. You send out the same message, the same taste, and the same quality of service.
Yes.
That is really important.
It really is. It really is.
Yes.
So I'm slowly trying to cut the cord.
From the time that you started all this idea to now that you are growing it, how do you feel about it?
Oh, wow. I actually, sometimes I still shock myself from where I started then to where I am now. Sometimes I scroll through social media and in an instant, I see I see what I think is someone else's work, but it's actually my work. So I scroll and I say, oh, that's pretty. And I'm like, oh, I did that. And it still shocks me because sometimes I don't know if someone has shared my work. I don't know if someone has left a review. And then when it just comes up or it just pops up and I look and I say, oh, that's beautiful. Oh, I did that. And so it took a lot of work and persistence and dedication and commitment to be able to master your craft. And I still don't feel like I'm at the peak of where I want to be in my entrepreneurship journey, but I know for sure that I am on the road. I know that for a fact.
And what are the greatest fears when you are starting business, and then now that you are growing it, also what are your in the different stages of your business? Which one has been the biggest when you started, when it was just an idea, and then as you were overgrowing it, until the one that you have now that you are growing?
So the first thing I would say is the hardest part was getting started, because you know, sometimes you have a vision for so long and you want to do something for so long and you don't have the motivation just to start.
And everything, the money, or
you don't know, you don't have the supplies, you don't have the funds, you don't have the courage. But I encourage anybody that wants to get started with their vision or whatever they have in their passion in their heart. I encourage you to.
Hello. Hello, chicos.
I encourage you to move past the fear and just walk right into it, because that's the only way that I was able to continue, is because I feared a lot of things because I was scared that I would fail. But overall, throughout the years, you still have the fear. I still have the fear, but I learned how to push past it in certain situations.
How did you do that? Because a lot of people,
you have to keep going.
Although you are really fearful.
You have to keep going. You have to. So sometimes, like before I do like an event, or like for today, before I do my interview, you do have the nervousness, and you know, because you don't know what you're gonna say, you don't know how it's gonna come out, or you don't know how it's gonna convey to other people. But I just learned to do a few breathing techniques and breathe it in, breathe it out, and push forward.
That is a great advice, and this advice is for everyone.
Yeah.
Because starting a business is a big challenge, and it comes with different roads.
I agree.
And it's never, like an easy
There's
path.
no easy path. There's either way, all directions, it's going to be a challenge.
Yes. And what has been the best learning experience in all this path?
Oh my goodness. I think the best learning experience is for me was to learn how to trust myself, how to trust my creativity, and how to trust my experience on the road that I chose, the entrepreneurship road, because you have to choose to want to be an entrepreneur.
Yes.
And once you're in it,
it's no way back.
It's no turning back. Because that passion will bite you and it will take hold of you, and you have no other way but to pursue it. So the biggest thing that Incredibly Sweet as a whole has taught me to trust myself, like I said, to trust my creativity, because you see a lot of people that's doing the same thing that you do.
Yes.
You know? We have a lot of different bakeries. We have a lot of people different chocolate covered strawberries. But I want to set myself apart from everybody else. And that's one of the things I learned to Create campaign as well. What sets you apart?
Yes.
Once I learned to trust that my product is my product. And once I trusted that, it was great, because I was no longer fighting to be or replicate someone else's brand. I could focus on Incredibly Sweet and what Incredibly Sweet is doing and how I want to do it.
That's just what make you different.
Yes.
And put up your brand.
Yes, exactly.
That is really good.
Thank you.
And through the road, it feels like some kind of pride.
It does. It's within yourself.
Yes.
Because you can take something like a thought, the creativity that God gives you, and you could present it to other people, and other people see that. And so, if I can encourage someone to trust themselves and build on their entrepreneurship, then that means a lot to me.
That is inspirational. And I hope everyone that is thinking about doing a business or have an idea, you are listening to us. Yes. Because it's not easy to start, but if you start, you will find the way.
You will. And it's worth it. It's worth it. And you owe it to yourself to try.
Yes, to yourself, to your family, and it's what it is. Just like that. If you are meant to do it, just start and go.
I agree. I agree.
And which steps who help you to get, from the idea to the business? Because we cannot do it ourselves.
True. I have been an avid Create campaigner for a while, and I can truly say that coming to the events and coming to the meetings that Create Campaign has, the resources that Create Campaign has available for me and to me still to this day, has helped build my business tremendously, particularly during COVID. They were still there behind me, encouraging me, pushing my brand, and still giving me resources through it all. So I encourage you to join Create Campaign, and whatever resources it has for you, you cannot go wrong with that.
And what about your community and your family?
Of course, my community and my family have been so super supportive. I love my community. Not only do I love them, I embrace them, and I give back to the community as well. Just here recently, I did an event with a group of girls where I taught them how to dip chocolate covered strawberries. I've also did that with the Boys and Girls Club, so I still volunteer my services and give back to the community. And I feel that that's very important as an entrepreneur, to show up and to stand up in your community. That is so very, very important, because the community is what helps support you and build you, especially at all of the events. Like, I am just, I'm so excited about what I do. And I want everybody to share that with me, and the community and my family has definitely been supportive of me in that right.
That's really important, because not everything is just ourselves. We have a network that support us, and make us grow and help us to be confident in ourselves.
Exactly.
And that is really, really important, to give back.
Right.
And
to show up.
And show up.
You gotta show up. You gotta show your face. You gotta show who you are. You gotta show your brand. You gotta show your product. You have to show up. And then you have to show up again. And then you have to show up again.
And again.
And again. Keep showing up.
Yes. Networking is the key for just your business to grow.
Definitely. The networking is a huge component to your growth in entrepreneurship. It is. It really is.
Do you have a message for everyone that is just thinking about, about making a business or doing a business?
My message to anyone that is aspiring to do a business is to first, let's take that first step. And to two, believing yourself, believing what your product that you're doing, because there's a story behind every reason of why anyone chooses to be an entrepreneur. There's a reason behind that, and stand on that. And once you stand on that, you can build on that, and it will take you to places and open doors for you that you have never imagined. And the last thing I would like to say to encourage anyone is to remember to be incredibly sweet.
Yes, like my friend over here. Okay.
I'm sorry, we always have these good laughs like this. Anytime we're together, it is always a great energy. I love Araceli, have a great spirit, and every time we're together, it's a lot of laughter and it's a lot of fun.
Definitely.
Yes.
It doesn't have to miss.
Yes.
Now, can you tell everyone where they can order your incredible
Sure. Yes. So you can actually find me on social media at Incredibly Sweet LLC on Facebook. On IG, which is Instagram, you can find me at incredibly_sweet, and you can also place an order at www.incrediblysweet.com.
That's great.
Thank you.
Well, I really appreciate that you have come here to do this show.
It's my pleasure. Thank you for inviting me.
Yes, I'm really, really pleased that you came.
Thank you.
I know that you are an inspiration for everybody in the community. And I'm sure everyone will be ordering your incredible sweets. Yes. Thank you so much.
You're so welcome.
And thank you so much to all of you that has been here. Zoe, Deborah, Black Brotherfly.
Oh, hi, Mommy.